All
Man,
right.
imagine setting
Switching
your character up for failure, God.
on that note, B,
Who
we
would
are
do
we are
some
now
shit like
unmuted.
that?
Oh shit.
Um,
Fondle her horns.
hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Obsidia, and this is our D&D campaign, Nexus Forlorn Legacy. As is tradition, we're going to be doing round-the-table introductions before a brief session recap, and we jump right into the action. So first off, we have Peculiar Little Rabbit.
Hello. My name is Beatrix Spunny. I'm a taxidermy jackalope brought to life by the power of love and slightly mad science. Your girl might sound a little strange tonight. Don't worry, it's just some medicine withdrawal symptoms. I'm still like 75-ish% mentally functional, so we're good. Uh, don't worry though, it's a fantasy, so I can easily role play as people far smarter than I would be. Speaking of, well, normally I do other stuff, including run a game in the system and setting of Deadlands, which is Wild West, but make it horror. Which you can actually see our DM Obsidia is one of the players in later this week, actually. Tonight, I get to put all that aside, and I will be playing Feng-chen Wong, the Hobgoblin Artificer. And uh, I guess I need to start looking into a legal counsel because my girlfriend apparently is trying to renegotiate terms with a god level entity. And I'm sure this will go fine. Just fine.
They ask you if you're okay, but you're not okay.
I mean, I'm okay. She's not.
Thank you, B. Next up, we have Meris.
Yes, hello. I am Meris. I am a Celestial Dragon VTuber. I specialize in storytelling and book reading streams where we talk about all things books and literature and media literacy. But while I am here, brain cells promptly go straight into the garbage bin, and I play Soleil, the party's hot pink fade tiefling werewolf himbo man, uh, who is maybe about to go through it, question mark. He'll be fine. He'll be totally fine. It's the people that he leaves behind who will not be fine. But we'll 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 get there, finger gun emojis.
His body count is quite literal. Um,
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Maris. Next up, we got Sif underscore VTuber.
Oh my god, I can see that in the subtitles. It says Sif underscore VTuber. Thank you, Obs. I'm here again, living suit of armor. I do art, I play games, I'm working on various projects, and I'm back again as Nafisa, little stone dragon girl, very scarred emotionally and physically, but is very happy with her friends and her pet stone dog, Nix. Love you guys.
Thank you, Sif. And then last but not least, we have Lily hard as Fey Wood.
What?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
what? Hey,
yo.
We're getting into serious mode for roleplay. This tense scene tonight, and then we just get started off with that. Hello, everyone. My name is Lily. I am an artist that draws a lot of D&D stuff, including this very campaign here. I also run my very own campaign, Mistwalker Spectrum of Eternity. I still need to upload the latest session. It's been like a week as of today, but there will be episode 22 of that up very soon, probably, hopefully. And yeah, but as for tonight, I play Aurora, who is, as mentioned, we're gonna, and I see it's partially in the title, is gonna be renegotiating her pact today, and I'm sure it will go well. Smile.
Thank you, Lily. We previously on Nexus Forlorn Legacy, our heroes celebrated their victory in the gang war after the bishop was handed off to the to the church to be dealt with. And they then, while they were celebrating, they noticed that Laszlo's people were loading up a truck full of food and toys and things. And Laszlo explained that he was going to take it to an orphanage that he sponsors, and that the heroes could join him if they wanted, which they did. So they traveled across town to the orphanage of the Cerulean Sky, where was actually the orphanage that Laszlo grew up in when his parents died. And while there, they got to see a different side of their ruthless mob boss as he celebrated with the kids and gave them toys and treats, and he was very well loved there. They met up with one of the sisters who escorted Laszlo and everyone to go see the Holy Mother, the kind of priestess in charge of the orphanage, who appeared to be in her final days on this world and dementia-ridden, and had a very heartfelt scene of her and Laszlo conversing, and Laszlo basically apologizing for how he has absolutely ruined his life, but with all the villainy he's done, but she still loves him anyway. And after that, he took Soleil aside and said that he thought he has real moxie and he would be a great leader, and that Laszlo would love for him to take over the Shrouded Assembly in Signoviste. And Soleil declined. Soleil refused the offer and said that he didn't have what it took. And with that, Laszlo had also confided in him about his own issues with his job and how he's basically stuck here with this gang because he made a Fey pact when he was young, and based on the terms of it that he didn't understand at the time, he is basically forever trapped here to murder people and offer their lives to his Fey patron. And it was a bit of an ominous warning for Soleil's particular romantic tryst currently as well. But they parted on good terms. And while that was happening, Aurora sat down with Nafisa and talked about her concern over her own Fey pact and all she has lost, and that she wanted to renegotiate it with the Raven Queen. Nafisa was very enthusiastic and thought this would be a great idea, and the Raven Queen would be super understanding and accommodating. And so Aurora summoned Denethris, who said this was a terrible fucking idea, and Aurora would definitely regret it if she did it. But Aurora told her to go, tell the Raven Queen anyway. So with that, they passed the message along, and Soleil returned. B had to step out early, so Feng was helping children with food or something in the interim. And that is where we pick back up. So you guys are in the orphanage, courtyard. You've had your discussions, and you think it's probably about time to head on out.
Everyone doing all right?
Yeah. I suppose we did what we set out to do.
Out of character, remember, she didn't come with us, right?
No, she did not.
So we should.
She went to go converse with the Federation troops and stuff to kind of straighten things out with what's going on in their efforts to occupy the city and start bringing some law and order.
So I don't know if is Lunas here. Is playing with the kids?
Yeah.
I think
Lunas
we'll
is
have
flying
a bit
around
of
being
a
silly.
We should
think
wait
we'll
for
have
him to go to Chishi, and then all of us can go on train together back to, our the Ladies of Light, and then figure out what we and then set off to, or well, we should relax a little bit, and then we should go see Tony. Was it?
Yeah, Tony.
Yes, I think that is. I think that is planned. I'm sorry. It's
No, you're fine. I think definitely could probably use a nice long train ride to cut the nerves.
and then maybe a nice long warm bath with some mineral waters when we get back, and a nice big dinner, and a nice big bed, and a nice simple adventure with no mitochondries, and we could just like, I don't know, beat up a monster and find some treasure and save some children or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are really starting to speak my language here.
I would love to not have to do something like this for a while.
Oh, Tony, please answer our prayers. Please give us this
Somewhere.
This
he
is what's
feels
known
a
as dramatic
chill
irony.
running down his spine.
You see a monkey paw finger go down.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go grab Lunas. Nix, do you want to fly up and grab him?
Sure, I can go get him.
There she go.
And Ludus will, I mean not Ludus, Nyx will start flapping up with her wings, and you see Ludus zooming with a barrage of children, strapped to him as he's buzzing around. And they're all squealing with joy and somewhat terror. But Nyx goes up and starts conversing in Draconic with each other, and Ludus goes, "Off! I see that our time here amongst these fledgling heroes is come to an end. I'm sorry, children, the ride is over." And you hear a collective, "Aww!" And one child go, "Please set me down!"
Peek the mic on that, oh my goodness.
And with that, they will come back to Earth. And they all disperse. And I think at this moment, Andras is going to approach.
Oh.
Soleil.
Yeah. What's up?
I would like to talk to you for a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sure. We can talk. And how about this bench over here? That'll do. Quite enough.
That should work.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Take your time.
He'll start walking, kind of eyeing Andras, wondering what kind of mood he's currently. What kind of conversation are we about to have? Because we've already had a kind of serious conversation, but this feels even more so.
Make an insight check.
I'm so good at those.
Correct.
Pull up my sheet because I was so ready for this. 16. I'm getting better.
All right. Andras looks very stone-faced. You can definitely tell that he has resolved himself to something. But you also sense like there is a great deal of pain in that resolution.
Boy. He'll take a seat, kind of motion for Andras to join him if he wants. What's on your mind?
Leslo told me that you talked to him.
I did, yeah. he tell you how that particular conversation went?
Yes, he mentioned that they are taking you away.
Well, that's not quite how it's going. I want to make this very clear. No one's taken me anywhere, but I do have certain obligations.
You're leaving.
Yeah, I am.
You know you could have stayed.
I know. I think if things turned out differently, if I didn't experience the things that I've experienced these last handful of months, I mean, who can say what would have happened? I don't really care for speculating much on the what ifs anyway. Better, in my opinion, focus on what's going on now. But I get the feeling that I get the sense that you're upset with me, Andres.
I am. And I am more upset with myself.
With yourself. I mean, last I checked, unless you've done something awfully recently, you haven't done anything worth being upset about.
I'm upset at myself because I thought I could make you love me.
Oh. Uh he immediately uh uh I'm I'm real sorry, Andres. I didn't think that I didn't realize you felt that kind of way.
I know. I know that you didn't, and I know that you can't.
I can't. I mean,
I was talking to your ship companion, and I told her how I felt and how threatened she made me feel about you. And when I talked to her, I realized that it did not even register to you how I felt. And I did not want to internalize it for so long, but I should have known from start that it's not possible for you to love me. It's not possible for you to love anyone. You are Fae. It is not in your nature.
he sits with that a while. Uh, really just for a few seconds, but it kind of feels like an eternity because of the unfortunate awkwardness of this conversation. And he just gives a sigh like, I don't know if it's my fey nature or if it's something else, but I I'm sorry, Andres, that sorry you got mixed up with a guy like me.
No, you
I,
aren't. You say that because you think it is what I want to hear, but you do not feel it. You are a creature of impulse. I confuse those impulses for something they are not. I saw more meaning in you than I think that you can even see in others. And I made a mistake. You were always perfect just the way you were. I was the one who was broken.
I think that's frightfully unfair to yourself. I mean, I'm far from a perfect being. I mean, I make a whole slew of mistakes all the time. And just, I mean, what we had was, if you don't mind my saying, really good at the time. So I don't fault you for eh, enjoying that. And I just, I do like you, Andres. I don't want you to think that it meant nothing.
I. In church, they would always say the Fae view mortals as two things. You are either a tool or you are a toy.
I think that's unfair to the both of us, don't you think? I know you're hurting, Andres, but I'm not heartless.
There is just no room in that heart for me.
Not in the way that, not in the way you were hoping for, I'm afraid. But you and we made an agreement a couple days ago. You asked me to promise to keep in contact, come back when I could, and I agreed to those terms. We pinky promised on it. But if that's not a pact you'd like to see fulfilled, I can void it.
No, I know I will see you again. Laszlo needs you. You owe him. And there will come a time when I will need you too. I just will need to remember what we are.
What are we?
We are capable. We are skilled. We are contractual.
Don't quite like the sound of that, but I hope that someday we can be what we started out as. We were friends before anything else.
Hopefully I will live long enough to see that day.
He kind of tilts his head at that. Just, you really think quite little of me now, don't you?
There is much you need to learn about how mortals live and feel, and the time we dedicate to those we love. And that is time we will never get back out of our short lives.
Andres, I haven't talked much about my personal life with you. I thought it'd be better, easier to keep it out of work in our particular kind of relationship. I may be Fae, Andres, but I was raised by three very remarkable mortal beings. I may not understand things entirely. I may not be able to feel things the same way, but I'm not wholly ignorant. I'm sorry that I can't love you. I mean, I can't feel things, that I don't have the same needs as other people, companionship, friendship. You see that group of gals over there? They're my friends. And I know you're hurting and I'm sorry, but if you can pull your head out of your ass, maybe we can be too. Doesn't have to be now. Doesn't have to be even when I get back. I know these things take time. But I'd like to see you again. In whatever way that works out.
Andres will stand up from the bench and He takes a moment gripping part of the back of it, and you hear the metal screech as he bends it in his hand, as he squeezes his palm so tightly around it. And then he exhales and he lets go of the bench, and that little area where his hand was has been twisted and bent. And without looking at you, he says, I will look forward to working with you again in the future, Soleil. One of the men will drive you back to the restaurant.
He gives a nod. He gets it. I'll see you next time then. You take care, Anders.
Until next time. And he walks away.
I think Soleil's gonna find a quiet spot. have a breather. He's a little upset by this conversation.
Can we be nosy?
Yeah.
We're in a public location. I think Nafisa at least would definitely not try hiding the fact that she was staring the whole fucking time.
I think at least for Aurora, she probably knows what that was, considering the conversation Soleil and her had the other day, or yesterday. She would definitely give him the space.
You'll just see, like, Soleil under a tree, and, like, in a very shocking view to all of you, it appears that he is meditating.
Actually, I think this is... Nafisa's gonna at least pause as the party goes over to Soleil. I think... I don't really know what happened, but maybe we go meditate with him while we wait for Lunas?
Maybe.
I think if he wanted to be with us, he would have come.
Well, I always want to be with you guys, but sometimes I can't do it. Maybe we go to him.
I think I know what that conversation was. Give him a minute, and then if he's still over there, we'll join him.
Okay. I'm gonna start counting 1 minute now. 1, 2... No, I'm not counting the full fucking minute out.
Soleil, as you meditate against the tree, you feel a sensation, as if several wires of tension snap around you, and you feel like an odd blinking kind of compulsion overtake you as you begin to see multiple iterations of some of these conversations you just had, each of them occurring slightly differently, and leading to inevitably you accepting the position, you taking the job with Laszlo, you staying with Andras, and then you see all of these different timelines, for lack of a better word, kind of collapse into each other back to your present view, and you feel the seal of inevitability that ecstasy gave you become empowered. You feel the sensation of energy coursing from it flow into your body, and you feel like you now have the ability on a temporary basis to gaze into alternate timelines, as you've apparently defied a divination prophecy that had been laid around you in the wake of what you did to Sandor Banda. And you now have the luck feat. And
Lucky.
as represented
Lucky.
by you being able to essentially gaze into the future. So I've given you 3 tokens in roll 20. Whenever you want to use a luck point, just toss one of those tokens onto the map and tell me.
Awesome. Well, yeah, after he'll stay there for a while, so if you want to approach him, feel free.
I'd like to imagine after like the whole fucking like I can see into the future bit as he opens his eyes, Nafisa's just like there splayed on his fucking lap. And like she definitely sped count like the last 10 seconds of that minute.
He'll just kind of look down at you. Hello?
Are you okay, Soleil?
Nafisa.
No, it's cool. I don't know. I don't rightly know how to answer that.
I suppose it is all right to not know.
I mean, I feel fine, but it's probably wrong that I feel fine, right?
Why do you think it would feel wrong?
I mean, I just kind of dumped a guy. Normally people feel bad about these kinds of things, right?
Some people, sometimes.
How intrusive are your thoughts, Soleil?
Pretty.
As you say that, you are.
You should get a haircut.
Yeah, as you say that, you do have the feeling of, huh? Maybe he was actually right about something.
You dumped him?
Sorta. I mean, we weren't like a thing. We weren't like together, but he definitely seemed to feel things a little stronger than I did, and I think yeah, he decided that it was better for us that we're gonna be parting ways for a bit.
You don't feel bad about like not returning his feelings, but what do you feel about like not I mean, this is confusing. I don't know. I have never really dated anyone before or done anything like that, but I do know it's okay to not feel anything. My auntie and my sister were quite heart stoppers. They would always tell me about all the boys and girls they'd reject, and like my auntie didn't really feel love until she met my uncle. So, you know, everyone else's hearts she broke, she didn't really give a shit about them. I think that's okay.
Sounds like a real firecracker. But I mean, I can't say that I have a lot of experience in mortal relationships, so I guess it was wrong of me to assume it'd be as simple as things are back home.
It's it's often not. Different expectations and such.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, no one's really at the risk of catching feelings in the Feywild. You just kind of, you know, you do what you want when you want it, and so long as everybody's cool with it, it's cool. It's, you know, it's no ties.
I mean, cultures are weird. Everyone's got weird practices. Like, you know, back home, if you like somebody, you tell them. Some people were more open. But then I got to UFast and it was really weird because you have to buy a big shiny rock to give to somebody to prove that you love them. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't
Uh,
think it's just a faith thing. I think it's just the people's thing.
Aurora looks down at her middle finger on her right hand. Um, like this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know much about that anyways, because I forgot all about it.
Well, in any case, he's okay. You know, he's right to be upset. You know, but I don't feel bad that I, you know, don't return that particular kind of feelings, but I do feel bad that he's hurting because of it. And I know it ain't my fault, not exactly, but
I suppose even if you do not feel bad in the way that you think, this is something to be aware of, yes? You know, even if you do not feel bad in the way that you were expecting, you do still feel bad to some degree for some reason. That is not nothing.
yeah. I hate to say it, but mostly what I'm feeling is a little peeved, to be honest. I mean, our conversation kind of went sour, and sometimes I forget that people don't exactly
Yeah.
don't have very good feelings about the Fae. So
Well, I can say that very confidently we'll always be here for you, Soleil.
I appreciate that, gals. I really do.
Of course.
And you know, quite frankly, that's good because y'all are stuck with me since I turned down a gig here. So,
Oh?
Turned? What happened?
well, apparently Laszlo had it in his mind to effectively have me take over for him.
That, pardon me if this is rude, that's a terrible idea.
That's
Yeah,
what I
we-
said. That's what I said.
Yeah,
That
it would suck
seems
if we all
like
just stay here.
getting out of some sort of debt on his part.
That's that's effectively what I told him. I said that was a pretty bad idea. But you know, flattered he offered that he at least thinks very highly of me, but doesn't exactly feel good that I can't be what two people I was fond of what they want me to be. But that just leaves more of me for you guys.
Happy to have you.
Well, let's say we get Lunas out of here before the kiddos swarm him again.
Yeah, I want to go on that train ride.
Yes, I think it best if we rest before we even think of making any other such major business decisions as talking deals with anyone.
It's only like 1 p.m.
It has been a very, very long few days, voice in my head.
Yeah, you handed off the bishop at like 10 in the morning.
It has been a
Oh.
very, very long few days.
I felt like years pass in that one room. But yes, we should go. And also grab Chishi. She'll probably tell us really important information about, don't say you did this, or, be careful of this, which is fair.
That reminds me, have you already written your missive for the reporter?
I did. I just want Zelik to proofread it before I send it because, I don't want to get us all in trouble again.
That's really happening? Like, you're gonna just send it all to her?
Yeah, at least it's getting proofread this time.
That is a step up.
I think people read newspapers, right? I mean, I read them. I mean,
Yes.
that's someone who works at one, and they have my photos that I sent. I think if Signoviste... No, this place needs to get better, and we're not going to stay here and help it, but I'm at least going to make sure the rest of the world hears about it, and then maybe with time, other people will come and have adventures here and help the people here, you know?
I get it.
That's a nice thought and a good idea.
Leave every place better than when we found it. That is like rule 2 or 3 of adventuring.
I thought that was visiting national parks.
What's the first rule? There's rules? What's the first rule of adventuring?
My mama's party would always argue about them. I think rule 1, uncle told me, no inter-party relationships, but then everyone got really awkward after that.
An awkward silence settles all over the party.
I don't really get it. You have to have relationships in the party, right?
Yeah. Anyway. Not
silence.
making eye contact with Aurora.
It's just sex. It's not like you guys kissed or anything.
It's true. It's true. He literally can't.
It is true.
Let's get going, though.
All right. With that, you can go flag down Lunas, and one of the assemblymen will drive you guys back into Laszlo's more immediate territory, which is also where the train station is located. As you gather your things, is there anything anybody wants to do before they leave?
I think outside of grabbing Chishi, we're all good, right?
So,
Nothing I am capable of thinking of right now.
You wanna send any letters to your parents?
Well, I mean, I do think that I should start writing them. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you wanted to send that while you were in town, not to start writing it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
I know Nafisa was definitely gonna send letters back when we get back.
Okay, I just know that Bia told me she wanted to do it while you were still in Signoviste, so. But she apparently has no recollection of that.
I have many missing thoughts right now.
Okay.
But yes, I would want to follow through on that.
Okay. Do you want to say what the contents of your letter are?
Well, I think after especially after dealing with someone who feels like she was really just absolutely red for filth so to speak, by this Angelica bitch. So I think, especially in light of that, she's very much in the mindset of, okay, I I already should have been. I already should have been checking in with my parents. It's been too long since I did anything with that. But I definitely should now, since also they're being surveilled and maybe there's threats to their well-being as well. Like it's the kind of thinly veiled feeling stuff. But yeah, I think that it's indelicate in the sense that she's very much just trying to go over as much as she can. Like going from, gosh, the last time that they talked, starting from the beginning, I guess, really. It's going to have to be a multi-volume letter at this point.
Yeah,
She'll probably
I don't know how many
just
months
end
it's
up
been,
like,
because it's been about 3 months of you guys adventuring together. So I don't know how
yeah.
long before that was the last time she had told anything to her parents.
I I think that she had at least been somewhat, or kept them somewhat in the loop at that point. I think a lot of it really kind of kicked off when she left town, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she doesn't really want to be dishonest if she can help it here, so she's just going to be trying to tell them as much as she can about what has happened since basically since she left to what would become to join up with the rest of the party here. She's probably going to be downplaying a little bit of the, so we did all almost die
Many
multiple
times.
times, yeah. She's probably going to be downplaying some of that just because, like, oh, I really don't want to, like, give them even more reason to be concerned because at this point, I'm too invested. I'm not going to be able to stop, to just, like, stop doing the adventuring thing if they
Mhm.
ask for it. So, like, I'm trying to not let them be too worried about it, at least. See how successful that is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think she just wants to try being as honest as she can about the the strict facts of what's happened in the letter, and I think if I don't know what the timeline would be given travel times, but after giving a little bit of like a head start for the letter, she would probably be considering uh, trying to call them.
Gotcha. Do you leave a return address for your letter?
I think so. I guess that would, gosh, I guess that would have to be, I guess it would have to be the Ladies of the Light.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to,
That's the only like set in stone address you really have outside of
yeah.
them.
So yeah, I guess so.
That would be interesting. It's like getting a like you're getting a letter from like, some like billionaire's house. Please Please return. George Soros over here. But okay, yeah, there is a post. There are several post offices. The UFAS military is really trying to sort out the chaos that's been going on here and get those set up again. So you could basically give your letter to a very frazzled looking Federation soldier who's trying to, basically find all of the letters and envelopes and stuff and get them organized to get them distributed out of the city, because it's been a few months of chaos here.
But yeah, I I don't want, like, I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this where it's not just very overtly how I also deal with keeping in touch with my family. It's like I want to say that she's better than just like occasionally remembering to get in touch, but I don't know if realistically that would be a thing. So yeah, I think she is going to try and call once she feels like the letter has potentially had a chance to get there.
Okay. It'll probably be a couple weeks for it to get there. Just
Well,
wait.
Either that or whenever she gets back
To Venogna.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So with that sent, you guys can get a train ticket back. It'll take about 3 days to get from Signoviste back to Venogna. The the trains leaving are actually fairly barren at this point. Most of the people that seem to be getting on with you are actually a lot of like mercs and private security people who are no longer necessary or no longer going to get paid in any meaningful amount now that Next Corps Security and UFAS military has arrived in town. So those are mostly all the passengers on the train with you guys as you begin chug-a-logging back to Venogna. With that in mind, you guys are on the train, left with your thoughts and each other.
Do we just want to dive right into it?
I'm tired. But I think it was important we had this adventure. It really did suck, though.
It really sucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I know I've said it once, twice, probably 3 times by now, but I feel compelled to say it again. But just really and truly thank you all for coming along on this one.
We are family. We will always help you. And we'll help your grandmother too.
I still think she's a Hellion. But
Well,
for now.
That's just factually untrue. It's just that I definitely could have done this by myself, maybe, probably. But I don't think I would have liked how that would have turned out. So thank you for being there.
You're very welcome. Well, hopefully, maybe on the way to our next adventure, we can stop somewhere and have a nice, relaxing time.
Oh yeah,
Unwind.
speaking of stopping somewhere, did you? We were also going to stop by people. I wonder how Omega's been doing.
Hmm.
Sorry, I kind of
Oh,
hijacked.
you're good.
I kind of hijacked your sentence there. I'm sorry, it's been a bit better.
You're totally fine.
No, it is a reasonable thought, especially given the fact that we now know that at the highest level of Next War, they are slave traders.
Oh right, because they want to buy Omega. Yes, 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 yes. Or
Oh,
take her.
yes, yes.
Only gift I brought back for her were photos. I hope she like. I hope they like them.
I'm sure they will appreciate the information.
It's true. I know Professor Jacob, when we were leaving our home village, was very obsessed with getting souvenirs for his family. It's kind of weird actually going. I mean, I know we've come back before, but this feels different. It feels like we've had a longer journey and we're going back to like I don't want to call it home because it's technically Loomis's home, but
It's very funny to think you guys have only been gone for about a week.
Yeah.
it's been a week.
In universe, it has only been like a week.
Oh, what a week!
It took 3 days to get there, then you were in town for 4 days.
Well, for the rest of you, I don't know exactly when it will be the time, but hopefully at some point I'm gonna be talking to the Raven Queen.
What?
Why?
Nafisa with the dumbest smile on her face.
To renegotiate our pact.
Do you have leverage?
That's a great question.
My leverage is the fact that her side of this bargain is purely off of me painting. And if I'm not painting, she's not getting nothing out of it. So if I can find a way that I can still paint and not lose my memories, she still gets everything she wants.
Really hope it's as simple as you make it sound.
I do not know if I trust the Raven Queen in this regard.
Well, it ain't that
But-
she's untrustworthy, but, you know,
Well, I mean, she does seek out figures at very vulnerable points in their lives for extortive deals. I
that's
would call
not
that
entirely
untrustworthy.
true. That's not entirely true.
Nor is it false.
He just sits there for a moment. This compiled on with the Andres talk is not feeling very good right now.
I'm merely
mean-
saying that where I come from, we have something of a history of
Yeah,
Dealing
I
with-
understand. Tools and toys.
what?
I mean-
No, I was going to say we have a history of dealing with Fey law.
I mean,
It is a national tradition.
is this going to be like a whole legal thing? I mean, isn't it simple? Because like the Raven Queen, wants Arthur and Aurora, Aurora does not want to lose herself giving it away. The Raven can be like, yeah, Aurora, I like you. Nethers likes you. And, if you were to disappear, I wouldn't get art anymore and you wouldn't be here anymore. That would really suck. So we should renegotiate. And maybe it could be something simple like, oh, we have to do like, oh, what if she wants us to like show off the art at an art gallery or something? I don't know. Maybe it
I
doesn't
hope
have to be
so.
so complicated. Maybe it,
The only thing that'll make it complicated is what exactly the terms were.
Terms were a piece.
The fact that you failed to specify what kind of piece, it doesn't.
I
don't
know.
want to.
Like, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's.
Soleil, I don't think I'd be in a better spot for this if it wasn't for you. What you know. So, I do thank you for at least helping me figure it out. I don't want to be willfully ignorant. I don't want to just keep making mistakes. Like, I could draw you all and forget you.
I know you gotta do what's best for yourself. I think anything is worth trying. Just be prepared that it may not go the way you want. Things can be renegotiated. Doesn't mean they'll be better.
Nethris did say that this was a bad idea.
Certainly ain't a good idea.
But, I mean, all I've really ever wanted in my life was to just be an artist. And when I sit down to paint nowadays, I just can't. I don't got anything left to give other than you folks and the adventures we've been on. So, what am I supposed to do? Give up my passion? Or give up my friends? I'm fucked. I made a
Yeah,
pretty
she
shit
knows.
deal.
Yeah, she.
She knows. I gotta try. Because when I look ahead at the two paths ahead of me right now, both of them look like death. Nethris,
Yes.
have you talked to her?
Yes.
Is she willing?
She will hear what you have to say.
And she'll look up at the party. Just say, I'll be right here. Okay?
We'll be here.
And Aurora, If I can give any kind of insight, advice, sometimes fewer words are better.
I've never been particularly good at that.
Might be a good time to learn.
Yeah. I mean, I still draw for her. Just, none of the memory loss. It's not that hard, right?
Would it help if you wrote out what you want so that way it could be reviewed?
I've never been the kind of gal to do that. I've been mulling this over for days.
You've thought about this a lot, and you've experienced this a lot, so I have faith that you will find the right words to at least get you through, and if there's a problem, they'll carry you until you can fix it again. And we'll be here right with you. And Nafisa's just going to rest her arm on Aurora's shoulder. Or hand on Aurora's shoulder, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. I think Aurora will take a deep breath and look to her one grayscale arm. Okay. I love you all.
Love you too.
We love you.
She's gonna close her eyes.
Okay. As you close your eyes, you feel your consciousness shift and grow distant. All the sounds of the world around you fade until it's a still nothingness, where your every breath is practically screaming in your ears by comparison. And you find yourself in a crystalline hallway, as if you are walking in like a hall of mirrors where every side is reflective, but also fractaled and distorting. You, of course, are the only thing with color here. However, in all of your reflections, you do not have any sort of color. You are all in grayscale. And all versions are subtly wrong. As your hooves clip-clop thunderingly down this hallway, you proceed into something like a panopticon. It's a room that you can see is a clear circle, with the only breach in that circle being the entrance you are entering from. And standing in the center, not looking directly at you, is a tall, beautiful, voluptuous woman. Her, as you remember her, somewhat dark gray skin, displaying with her bright, vibrant, violet eyes amidst the black sclera. She has a pair of seemingly unnecessary glasses that she has purely for aesthetic reasons. Her hair is done up into her, black, light-consuming hair is done up into a bun. The bun is held in place by a silver hair stick in the shape of a wing with amethysts embedded into it. She has a pair of black raven's feathers tucked behind her left ear. She's wearing a black turtleneck sweater, like an art dealer might be wearing, except you see faint starlight amongst it, before tapering into a black pencil skirt and her long stiletto-heeled black shoes with stockinged legs. Her arms are mostly covered by the sweater, except you could see her blackened, stained hands each one of her fingernails is somewhat unnaturally long and tapered, of course lacquered in that same reflective black, almost talon-like shape and color. And she is just looking at, and you can see a beginning of the room is done almost like it is a full circle kind of phantasmagoria, like, TV, where it's playing a series of images that, as you approach, you can see that the images are each of them a mosaic made of different smaller images of people or places that have all been combined together when you begin to look at them in finer detail to form the shapes of various people, none of which you recognize, except for one, which you know purely because of recent familiarity, which is clearly Verity. But others, there's men and women you can't quite put your finger on. You see the Colonel in one depiction. You see like a satyr man and like a half-elf man. You see various people that just kind of blur together, and they all move in this animated but like repetitive sense, as if they are playing through scenes that only she can be able to decipher or understand. And she is just looking at them, a slight smile on her blackened lips, exposing the glistening, sharpened white teeth hiding behind her lips.
And just for 100% clarity, the paintings are all in color.
Yes, sorry. The paintings are all
Yep.
in color. They are the only thing in color aside from you.
Yes. I think, she'll kind of drink in the visuals, particularly latching on to the different faces, trying to figure out who they were, seeing Verity there, and kind of like feels this deep sense of acceptance of like, well, that confirms that, like it all but was confirmed, but it couldn't be more clear with this change, or with this display. And she'll just kind of stand there. I'm sure her hooves echoed through the hall the whole way, so she absolutely knows Aurora is right behind her, but is not acknowledging her. He'll just probably just stand there for a bit and just say, "Hello, your Majesty. It's been a while. Good to see you."
Aurora. And as she says your name, you hear there's like a faint, kind of, like an echo to it, a very slight, like something that's been put over the audio of it, a slight echo, and it's you saying your name in the exact way that you say it.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to me. I'm glad that you seem to be enjoying my work.
My vassal beseeched me that you wished to speak to me. And she like, without looking at you still, she holds out her hand for a moment, and you see a shadow pull off of your body and form into a ephemeral, kind of inky black raven shape, with those bright violet eyes, and you see various violet, like, glowing designs on it, much in the same way as Nethris's Fey tattoos, as the raven flies off of you and lands on her arm, where she then just very casually and gracefully pulls it close and begins to stroke it as she looks at the art.
That is correct. And Nethris has been a wonderful companion to me these 5 years.
I can see that. Perhaps overly familiar, but I cannot argue with the results.
I'm glad you're pleased with what I have put forward so far. It's been wonderful to be able to create like this.
Yes, I enjoy these so. They add such light to my life. This whole room is a shrine to your creations. Although, it is disappointing how unrefreshed it has been as of late.
I am begging your forgiveness, Your Majesty. Things have been quite turbulent. And, well, I came here because I wanted to talk to you about trying to figure out a way that I can continue to provide you with what you have in a way that will allow me to feel more creative liberties and ability to openly draw the masterpieces in my head.
You already have that ability.
Yes. However, I was hoping that we could remove the clause about taking a piece of my memory as a part of the payment. You, of course, can still have all of the artwork as you have been, as much as you want. But the memory has been causing me some issues as of late.
She chuckles to herself very demurely. And what do you think you have to offer?
Well, as you mentioned, I have not been creating as much because I have been scared to do so and potentially lose the memories I cherish with my friends. And, well, everything else that there is left. So, by agreeing to these new terms, I would be able to get back post-haste and get back to drawing without a fear of potentially losing a part of myself.
Why don't you simply make new memories?
Well, I I don't want to lose the ones that I've made. I can make new memories, and I'm sure I will throughout the rest of my life, but there's not much left up there right now beyond the adventures I've been on. That painting of the Sapphire Sea is one of my favorites that I've done, and that's not something I would be able to do if I wasn't on these adventures with my friends.
I do not see how you would be unable to travel with them.
If I forget them, then I won't be able to travel with them.
They will remember you.
But I don't want to forget them.
Aurora. And as she says that, you hear that echo of your name again. You misunderstand the terms of our agreement. I do not want your art. You wanted art. I gave you the ability to create it. I gave you the skills of all the greatest artists who have ever lived, and most importantly, died. I gave you Van Graff's artistic composition, Basilion's anatomy, Tyrnalai's color composition. I gave you all the skills you lacked, so that you could capture the experiences of the world that you see. And that is the pieces that you would give to me.
So it was never about the art. It was always, these aren't art pieces. These are literally my memories.
Now she turns.
Gestures.
And as you gesture, you see an image of Verity, and you see her various, smiling, and you also see her enraged, and see her saddened, and all of these things cycle in the animation of the mosaic moving by. And the Raven Queen turns to look at you finally and says, I was very clear in our agreement, and you agreed.
But I was taught that you were a benevolent being. I want to keep working with you, but I don't know what to do now.
She cocks her head to the side in a very avian gesture. It's very much a crow tilting as it's examining something. I have been nothing but benevolent to you, my little lamb. You came to me, and I gave you what you desired. And all I asked for was a small token in exchange.
Oh, it's not benevolent to steal someone's parents. Or their partners. Those are important people to us mortals. And I don't want to lose them again.
And she will walk over to you now, towering over you. As she looks down at you, tilting her head from side to side for a moment as she examines you. Those things are gone. You should find new things to care about. New things to draw. New things to show me.
That's the problem. I have found new things to care about. And I don't want to lose them too. I can't just keep losing everything I come across. That's no way to live. It's hollow, it's empty without the memories. That's how you learn. You learn by remembering these mistakes. I've made so many mistakes. And I can't help but feel like I've made them over and over again and don't remember a single second of them. So how am I supposed to keep growing? How am I supposed to get better? How am I supposed to keep going?
You are mortal. You have unlimited potential, unlimited capacity to learn, to love, to suffer, to experience. You just simply need to experience more.
Yeah, well, I don't have unlimited time. I'm gonna die one day. And with what we're doing, it could be soon. So if you want me to keep going, we gotta work something out.
Is that a threat, little lamb?
If you stop taking my memories, I'll be all that you ever asked and more.
She pauses for a moment. Bold words. However, that would ultimately prove to be contradictory. For what I want would be invalidated by what you want, and therefore meaningless.
And I don't know if I can draw anymore. I'm not giving up my friends.
She will put one of her very large, stained, taloned hands against your cheek, cradling your head in a almost loving manner. As she looks down at you and you see those large, predatory, violet eyes with their cat-slit pupils. And she says, I expected such great things from you, Aurora. But I see now what you really needed all along was the proper motivation. And she kind of runs her thumb across your cheek and over your lips for just a moment. I do not accept your suggestion, but I look forward to seeing what you make for me next, now that you are properly incentivized. And you guys back in the material plane, you see that like a black fluid begins to like cry out of Aurora's eyes as she's closed in this moment.
I just like get a little sample of that.
Sure.
It's gonna scoop up your friend's bodily fluids in a vial for later.
Look, I'm a scientist.
Um,
I gotta study these.
and she will move her hand off of you. And you just kind of absentmindly put your fingers to your lips and you take them off and you see like a black fluid on your fingertips. And she says, I hope that next we meet will be under better circumstances. Good luck. And with that, you see that the gallery pulls itself away from you, and the Raven Queen is still looking as she kind of absently tosses the Nethris back towards you, and you feel yourself getting pulled back through the tunnel until you snap back into your body. And as you begin to regain consciousness, everyone also knows that Aurora's lips are now seemingly permanently stained black.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
How'd it go?
She taps her hand against her lips in this world too. It's the same thing.
No fluid comes off.
But it's.
You'd have to look at in a mirror or something.
Yeah.
So you find something reflective and you see that you look like you're wearing black lipstick.
Okay. So that did happen. She didn't accept.
Well, frankly, you're still here, so that's pretty good.
The issue is I don't really know what she did.
What did she say?
She said she was going to give me the proper motivation.
Oh boy.
Can you start from the beginning? What was said, as far as you can remember?
She'll relay it to the party the best that she can.
Okay.
Just gonna make note of the specific wording there, alright?
So, I don't know what's changed, but it was never about the art, it was always about the memory.
You think Nethris would know the exact details? Or can she not tell you?
She's never been privy to the pact information to the full extent. She just does her best to keep me safe.
Hmm.
Well, we still learned things that is valuable. I'm especially interested. You said that you saw people?
I did. Saw a satyr man.
Do you think you could sketch them?
I mean, that'd be a bad idea, wouldn't it?
Real Ouroboros moment.
Look, I mean, the Raven Queen was giving shit away for free when she was aura farming.
I'm gonna forget them as soon as I do, but I suppose if one of you held on to it, that might be helpful.
I like as you do this, if you decide to do it, Feng is going to be actively drawing the same things down. Like she's gonna try to go stroke for stroke.
Do you try to draw what you saw?
I think she would.
You are unable to. Whenever you try to put your pen down for it, you cannot recall it with such distinction as to be able to put it in any way.
I can't, I guess. Her hands are shaking as she holds her brush.
Just gonna put hand over hand. Well, we have a rough idea. And we have a name from the careless threatenings of the Miss Angelica.
Right.
That is a start.
Leafy. Something.
Any port in a storm, Aurora.
I don't know what's gonna change. But I would appreciate your help. She says this to everyone.
If we must fight her, then I suppose we must fight her.
Hmm.
One way or another.
Listen, I'm all for helping out Aurora any way I can, but I can tell you that is a fight you cannot win.
Well, not a direct fight, no. But resistance is still something, is it not?
You mean like win her over? Make her a friend?
Nafisa, no, this is not a matter of befriending the Raven Queen. I'm sorry.
Maybe we could move her hearts somehow. I mean, there are stories about people moving the hearts of like gods and overcoming great, impossible trials. I mean, this could be a myth in the making, right? Maybe Aurora paints a painting that moves the Raven Queen's heart, and
I think Soleil is gonna get up and leave.
I'm thinking back to the stories I read. Is Soleil actually just like gone, or is that just still like?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I think he's leaving
oh,
the
okay.
train car.
I, did I say something bad?
I think we are just running into some limits of ideology.
When we get back, maybe we could ask Zelik or someone else to look into options to help us. If nothing we can come up with sounds good enough.
I think that is a start.
Soleil is Faye. He I think he talking bad about them or such. Even if, I mean, I guess in a way, they are close to family, as weird as that may be to say.
I say something to offend them? I just...
Just feigning, sure, sir. I want to. I'm sorry, I can't put any words together.
It's okay.
It's all right.
If there's something I don't know enough about, I just need to learn more about it. I promised Lunas I'd read him some storybooks anyways. I could find more about Fae culture. And Feng, you're familiar enough with the law, right?
Well, from what I learned secondhand from my father's university.
Then we'll start working on it together. Are you sure you still want to go see Tony?
Yeah, I am. If Tony's there, then that means Verity may be too, and I think I owe her a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
One step at a time, then.
Yeah. One step at a time. She's just clutching her arm. Checks to see if the grayscale has moved at all.
It is not.
Takes a deep breath. Just say to them, if anything else changes beyond this, gestures towards her lips, let me know.
Between the records I can keep and those that Nafisa's camera can document, we will.
Thanks. I'm gonna take a moment. She's probably just gonna like walk out and start to walk through the cars a bit. And will probably just, once she gets sufficiently away from the party, just going to speak up to Nethris and just say, I'm sorry. Guess I should have listened.
I wish I could have done more to stop you.
I've always been one to make a hell of a lot of mistakes. I'd make them anyways. I guess that's what I do. Just make mistakes.
I'm sorry I can't protect you more.
If you could protect me from her, then I don't think we. No, that's not possible. No matter what, I still want you to be here.
I will be.
whatever she's done to me, whatever she will, I know you've got my back. We'll do your best. And as Aurora walks along, I think even just beyond the feeling of emotional defeat, just kind of feeling like a void in this moment. Just truly a kind of nothing feeling. Just sighs.
Roll an insight check on yourself.
All right, 1 sec. That's a natural 20.
Let's go.
With the -1.
Yeah, with a -1.
You created your own art style. You're nothing like Van der Graaf.
Yeah, in this moment of, just feeling this void of emptiness in you, you have, there is a part of you that's probably more self-aware and more cognizant of the situation around you than you are, that kind of realizes this must be how she feels all the time. And that much like when you create art and stuff and how it brightens up your life, it probably has the same effect even if it's only temporary for her. So that's, with a nat 20, that is the level of self-awareness you have been able to glean.
Takes a deep breath and just probably goes to the caboose car and just goes out the door and just kind of lets the wind rustle through their hair. But I'm good.
Okay. Soleil, what do you do as you walk away?
I don't know. He, as ever, just a very impulsive guy. I just all this Fae talk, man, just seeing Aurora hurting and, knowing that he himself has hurt, others back in Signoviste, and the absolute, rejection of the idea that, the Raven Queen can ever be changed. It's just not in her or any Fae's nature. But then what does that mean about him? And so I think he's just pacing restlessly. Like, he'll walk up and down the the little narrow train car halls and eventually go into, his own little compartment, and even still just kind of I think he just keeps pacing like a nervous dog, frankly. Just running over everything in his mind. I think it may not happen tonight, but because this is an overnight train, correct?
It's 3 days to get to Venogna.
That's right. But in the following morning, he will want to talk to Aurora.
Okay.
All right.
Nafisa and Feng, what are you doing?
B, you want to go first, or should I?
Let's see. I can't really think of too much other than just the projects that or not the projects, the letter and planning that out.
Okay. Nafisa?
Nafisa definitely feels like I know out of character Soleil just left because the situation is tearing him up, but it being after Nafisa says something is tearing her up, so she is spending like the entire day listing in her journal the things she needs to do when they get back. And it starts with like the basic things like just take her mind off of it, like write letters introducing their party properly to all the NPCs and talking about their first adventure, talking to Zelik, sending the letter to Alexandra, sending the missive to Alexandra, and then eventually it goes into her listing the different things she'll need to research when they get back to get better. Because like in her own head, she knows she is stupid, but she is also smart because she wants to learn. And it's just stuff like, oh, find books about Fey culture, Fey law, see if that she can get into scholarly articles about research into the Fae or about cultural anthropological differences and stuff. Things that would be definitely more up Professor Jacob's alley, so she'll definitely write him a letter too, asking for like advice. But like she is just obsessing over how she needs to be better to help her friends, and if they come back to her in the car, she's like passed out with Nyx on her lap, and the list is just in full view.
All right. So, nighttime comes. You all rest with your various concerns and issues running through your heads. And that night, Nafisa, you are not Fae, so you do dream. But simply because you dream does not mean that you do not remember. And in this moment, while you sleep, you dream of a thing that blurs the line between dream and memory. And it's almost a lifetime ago. It's almost to the point that you likely have forgotten much about it, but you kind of blink and you find yourself, you're so small. The world is so much bigger around you than you're used to. And as you're shuffling along, you see behind you the great mountains where the Onodar reside, but here you are in the rolling steppes of the Dragonlands. And as you shuffle along, your little hand is being held by somebody much larger than you. And you hear her say, Nafisa, be careful. You have to make sure to avoid the sticks. You could trip.
You're just gonna and just start like taking bigger steps.
And she leads you over the crest of a hill, and she will kind of sit you down next to her, and she also sits. And in this moment, you see a human woman. She's got a probably mid-calf length white dress with it's very simple overall, not overtly ornate. It has black trim with red geometric symbols and like red flowers and stuff along the trim. And you see that the hand that was holding you, her left hand, has a permanent archer's gloves tan line, where the front two fingers and are basically much darker than the rest of her hand. And you see that she's got numerous scars over the various parts of her hand that have been tattooed and gilded over in the goblinoid style, but these have been kind of expanded on to form almost henna-like designs going up her hand and into the sleeve of her dress. And as you look up at her, you see that she's got a just a simple white hijab with that black trim with the red designs done into it. And from underneath it, you see two large, long, like bright green braids with feathers woven into them. And it must be the sun from being out on the steps right now during this day, but you can't quite see her face. It's just like a bright light when you try to look up at it. And she puts down with her right hand on the ground a very ornate recurve bow, except this is made of silver ironwood, and the tips of both sides of the bow are like diving hawk wing designs, and where you notch the arrow is a beaked head of a hawk with emerald eyes on it, and there are various feathers that have been, like woven into like ringed around parts of the bow. As she puts it down, you've not seen your mother use this bow in your life. You know that when she goes out, she usually brings it with her for protection, maybe for confidence. Who knows? And you see circling above and then settles down on her shoulder, you see Yoldiz, who in the Ria's dialect of Draconic means star. And it's her faithful hawk that she was born with, much like how you were born with Nyx, who rests on her shoulder. And she kind of just looks out into the sprawling steppe underneath a near unlimited unlimited sky. And she says, "It is always so beautiful to see the sprawling steppes. The mountains, of course, are beautiful in their own right, but there is so much possibility here. And one day you're going to go ride these steppes as well."
Abba. I assume Nafisa doesn't know how to like speak at this point, so she's just making affirmative like toddler noises.
Exactly. You are going to be a great adventurer and explorer. I may not always be able to tell you these things, but you are going to achieve such wonderful things. The world is a beautiful, amazing place, and it has so much for you to experience, so much for you to do. And I hope that when you get to take your journey, that you get to explore it in its entirety. I would call this, the steppes, my home, but this was where I was born. It is not my home. My home was always wherever my feet took me. The world was my home. My adventures were my home. Although your father was my home as well. She kind of giggles to herself. I know I won't always be here for you. And I figure that if you remember these words, then hopefully it'll do something to counter the stubbornness of your father. But your father is of the Onadar. They are people of the earth, of the mountains. They are steadfast and stubborn. They are slow to change, difficult to rouse, but ever reliable. But because of that, they rarely desire to experience more than what they think will simply satisfy them. Because of that, when they travel, they are of the earth. The world tries to wear them down, to tame them, to control them, and all they can do is attempt to resist or be broken by it. But you, my little pebble, you are not just of the Onidar. You are also of the Rhea, my people, my tribe. And this is the world of the Rhea. The unlimited steps, the potential, the travel. This is freedom. The Rhea are a people of wind and sky. We travel and see all of the world in its entirety, and we cannot be tamed, for we will always blow through its grasp. And she makes a little blowing sensation on your face and kind of gestures in with her hands like the wind. And because of that, the world cannot tame us. The world cannot change us unless we choose to be changed. Do not let the world tame you. Do not let the world change you. Be free. Be what you want to be in this world. All that matters is what you want and that you are free. Now, are you going to be free, little pebble? And she kind of tickles your tummy.
She like giggles, and then Nafisa will say her first word, "Fwee."
Exactly. That's my little Nafisa. And she picks you up and holds you like you're flying, and she goes, "As free as the birds! Isn't that right, Yildiz?" The hawk screeches, but with a joyous lilt in its call. And she flies you around for a bit, and then you feel her body start to shudder and cough as she has to put you down for a moment as she coughs a bunch, and you hear like a deep, like phlegmy sound coming from her chest as she spits onto the grass, and you see that it is the spittle is it's blood with a mixture of like an oily, kind of prismatic colored substance. And she kind of regains her composure. I won't always be here for you, Pebble, but you will always be free. And with that, the scene collapses in on itself, and you find your eyelids fluttering awake.
Mama. And she'll like tear up a little bit, and just assuming everyone is like still asleep in the car, she'll just pull Nixon tighter and try to return to sleep.
Yeah, Nix will give you a big lick on the cheek and just kind of therapy dog on you.
Yeah, they definitely share dreams, so Nix knows what's going on.
Yeah. I forgot to describe, Nix would be like a very small lizard next to you.
Just a small lizard inside of my like swaddled cloth, just
Yeah.
like with the little head sticking out.
Yeah. Just a little gal. And as you wake, and Aurora and Soleil wanted to sit down and talk. I think it's probably. How long do you think your conversation will take? Because we can wrap it up, and you could start next session with that if you want.
I think probably this session to keep the emotion going from it.
Okay. So with that, the morning comes.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the one to seek out Aurora, not vice versa. So, if you're like in your own cart or if you're still hanging out at the caboose, like wherever.
I think probably since it's the next morning, she probably is putting herself together in the bathroom, getting her makeup done, skipping the lips. And probably just like gets out. But when you run into her, it's probably just like her coming out and just you can tell there's some bags under her eyes.
Kind of like the visual of like you minding your own business, doing your morning routine. Just open the bathroom. Soleil's just there, just
Yeah.
like chilling in your compartment. Did not hear
Oh.
him come in.
Hey Soleil.
Mind if mind if we talk?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd ask if now's a good time, but
I think I'm done being alone for at least a bit.
I just I just want to say I'm sorry for walking out like that.
I It's fine.
No, no. You asked for us to be there, and I left. So I'm sorry.
She'll walk over to you, closing the door behind her, and just give you a hug and nuzzle her horns into your chest. Just say, I forgive you, Sly.
You're a you're a good person, Aurora.
People seem to keep saying that. I just don't want to lose y'all. If that makes me good, then I suppose that, yeah.
Well, if it's any consolation, I do think you're stuck with us.
No, I don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
No, I just meant that if and he kind of stops, like
You can say it. You can say it.
only that if you do forget, I think you're with three of the most stubborn people in all the planes, and we won't let you forget for long.
You're right. And we know what it is. So if I draw something, you all know what it is, you can just tell me the story again. Just pass it on. Make sure I don't forget.
Nafisa's real good at stories.
I'd wager you are too.
Mm.
Folks in the Solari seem to think so.
Hmm. Well, if we get into any particular scraps, I can definitely recount those.
Can I ask a question, DM?
Sure.
Is there anything visually different with Aurora this morning?
Her lips are still black.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Yep.
Well, she'll kind of go and sit down, gesture for you to sit beside her.
He'll do so. The mattress sinks considerably.
It's... I wager I still have a lot to learn. About... everything? Where to even start? And this whole experience has got me feeling kinda empty. So, any sort of teachings, lessons, goodwill, care, that'd be nice.
What do you want to know?
What's it like in the Feywild? Like, really, like...
Well, it does depend on which of the realms and kingdoms you go to, but for me, I didn't leave the hunt very much, but it's chaotic. It's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just nature in its purest form. And it's colorful. It's there's a kind of certainty that you feel knowing that no 2 days will ever be the same, because you can't expect the unexpected. It smells better too, I have to tell you. I've gotten, some days I think I get pretty used to the mortal smell, but I mean, it kind
excuse
of
you, I just washed.
no, it's not. It ain't. It's just the collective people smell. It's just sometimes it really gets to me, but
Well, when the day comes that I visit the Feywild with you, I'll have to tell you how the Feywild smells compared to the mortal world for me. Maybe we can reach some middle ground.
depending on the day, it's probably either gonna smell a lot like pine trees or stale wine.
Do you miss your moms?
Yeah, I miss them. I'm not apart from them very much. I know it's kind of silly to say, but I think this is the longest I've been away from home ever. I'd say they might be worried, but I don't think enough time has passed for that to be a concern yet. I think by my reckoning, it's probably been about a couple days, maybe, I've been gone.
That's insane.
Hard to tell for sure, but that's my gut feeling.
Yeah. She kind of rests her head on your probably bicep, just because you know. Height difference and all. She'll just say, I really miss my dads.
You know we're gonna find them, right?
Really? I don't know.
Well, hell, after everything you just did for me, I feel like that's helping you on this goose chase is the least I can do.
Even though you already took on another job, essentially, on Laszlo's behalf, or on my behalf for Laszlo.
Hell, I was probably gonna work for Laszlo anyway. Though things might be a bit awkward now, but
Yeah. Soleil, um, thank you.
I wouldn't go thanking me just yet.
No,
But
why not? What do you think I'm thanking you for?
I don't know. And the fact that I don't know means I haven't done much to be thankful for.
I'm just thanking you for being here. Sometimes being here and talking is worth more than anything.
Probably would have been worth more if I stuck around last night.
I left
Instead of
pretty
getting all
shortly after. I may not be a true fake like yourself, but I guess I am at least mortal fake. So, I don't know. I didn't stick around any longer than you did, really. Just glad to have this kinship.
It is. It is friendship, right? Like we're friends.
Yeah.
I mean, like you don't feel like compelled or like obligated to hang around me.
Certainly not. I'm with you because I like you.
But, like I didn't make you like me, right? Like you like me of your own accord.
It certainly wasn't any of those fey tricks or anything like that if you're trying to figure out some sort of connection. No, you charmed me just by being you. I feel like that's pretty clear by the fact that I slept with you on like our second day together.
Well,
First.
listen, I listen. I don't know the effect I have on mortal kind just yet, so
Well, your effect is seriously charming. Very comforting. Little sheep being protected by a big old wolf. Like one of those stories.
that's a relief.
Thought you thought I was compelled to be with you?
I don't know.
It's like
just
you
stuff that.
and this whole party have made my life so much better. And it's not any sort of involuntary compulsion. Because God knows I thought about leaving and even almost tried to multiple times. But every time I did, I just thought that I might never see your faces again. And I don't want to ever forget them.
Yeah, sorry, just got my own head a bit.
Yeah. Well, she reaches her hand up and just bonks you on the noggin. Get on out of there. Be here with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a wonderful person, Soleil. I treasure you immensely.
Kind of cracks a smile. Can't see it, but you see a little flash of, kind of mischief in his eyes. Just, no one's ever treasured me before.
Do you like it? Do you like being treasured? And she'll kind of like just give you a coy smile herself.
Kind of nice.
Well, then I'll keep doing it. And not just because you asked me to or any compulsion, but because that's what I want to do. I want you to know how much you mean to me.
It means a lot, Aurora. I'm really grateful to you and to Feng and Nafisa too, even though I got a funny way of showing it sometimes, but it means
Are
a
you,
lot to have y'all as my friends.
are you smiling under there?
I do smile.
Insight check.
No, I just. Sometimes I wish I could see it a bit better.
It's kind of difficult.
I, I don't mean to pressure. I know it's.
No, it's just that this was given to me by someone very important, and in a way, it's a reminder of where I come from, what I do, who I am.
But you can also change. People change.
Yeah,
I think you've changed a little bit.
not enough.
Well, then there's more room to grow, I suppose.
Hopefully, not much more. Otherwise, I'm going to start hitting ceilings.
Well, Whenever you're ready. I'd love to see what I'm sure is a devilishly handsome face under there.
That most certainly is.
She'll give the mask a little like knock and say, "All right, keep your secrets."
But yeah, that's all he wanted to say to Aurora.
All good.
Okay then, I think we'll wrap up here for tonight. The drama, and Scarth, of course, comes once we're finishing.
Hi, Scarth. Ahoy!
Hi, Scarth.
But yes, thank you everyone for coming by tonight. I hope you guys had fun. If you haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch. Give me a sub over on YouTube. Give me a follow on Blue Sky, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. I want you all to know you're all beautiful, amazing, and valid people, and I hope you enjoyed spending your evening with us nearly as much as we enjoyed spending with you. And never forget the most important part, which is the world is better having you in it. That'll be it for tonight. We'll be back here in 2 weeks for more D&D family drama. So come on by to see the gayest beans deal with the world's, most difficult struggles. And yeah, we are gonna go raid, since she is still streaming. God knows how much longer. We're gonna go try and snatch Nea. It's been a long time since we've raided Nea. She's playing critically acclaimed Metaphoria Re-Fantasia or whatever. Yes, if you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, please copy down the knight's message. We're gonna go send Nea lots of love. She's a big silly doofus, mostly elf, sometimes ferret. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.